Testing. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Alright, hi guys, how's it going? And welcome back to VR Essentials. Let me just cut the music. There we go, let me cut that. There we go, should be all good now. You could hear me perfectly fine. Hi guys, Guin. Welcome back to VR Essentials, where we talk about the practical uses of virtual reality and everything about the metaverse. Now guys, really happy to be spending, well, for me it's a Saturday evening. Here it's almost 20 past 11 o'clock at night in Singapore. Let me know where you guys are, right in the comments below. Let me know who you are, where you're from. Don't be shy. If you are shy, don't worry so much. Just, we are in a very safe place here, and everyone are friends, and we're all friendly towards each other, and we're all here to help one another, guys. So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting the Pico Neo, what am I talking about? The Pico 4 with the USB-C plug to the actual PC itself. And then we're also going to be putting the, let me just get rid of this thing here. Sorry, just give me a minute. Get rid of this, and I think that's it. Yep, that's right. So yeah, so basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting the, okay, that's camera 1, excellent. And also the HP Reverb G2. Let me just show you. So it's basically this headset here. There we go. So for those, I guess that everybody who is on the channel today is probably very familiar with the fact that, you know, a lot of you probably have the HP Reverb G2, I would imagine. Leave a comment below. Let us know below in the chat if you have a HP Reverb G2. Do you have a Pico 4? Are you thinking about getting an HP Reverb G2 as well as the Pico 4? Or do you have an HP Reverb G2 and you're thinking about, well, should I actually be getting the Pico 4 instead of using this headset? Well, basically this is what we're going to be trying to answer tonight. I did do a video on the channel before in regards to answering some of those questions, so do go and check out that video. Now the difference between the previous video and today's video, however, is that I recorded the content from the actual headset itself, from the actual Pico itself inside of the headset, and also with the HP Reverb G2 I recorded the content from inside within the headset. So the resolution of the actual game was you know, true to the actual headset itself. Tonight, however, the content is going to come from the PC. It's not going to come from inside of the headset. I do need to make this very clear. So it might look the same for you on the PC. I'm not quite sure. And also, okay, we will check later if with the Pico 4 actually it will come up on the PC, because I can't remember. I should have done a test before the live stream. All right, never mind. We're live, things happen. But yeah, but I will definitely let you know, whether I feel like my first impressions and how I feel inside of the headset, comparing one headset with the other. So today we're going to be trying a different number of apps. We will spend an hour or 2 hours together. So we'll try some sims with the G923 Logitech wheel here, and then also, so I'll try Automobilista 2, I'll try some Assetto Corsa. I haven't actually tried the Assetto Corsa with the Pico 4 yet, so this will definitely be my first impressions. And also we'll try some Half-Life Alyx as well, just to see the differences there. And you know, let me know in the comments below, you know, maybe together we can decide what apps to choose, what apps to try out together, and then you can let me know, you know, in the comments what you want me to do. I'll show you the apps that I have available, and yeah, we can make this interactive. All right, guys, so time to please put some comments below. Please chat amongst yourselves so I can give you some shout outs. It'd be great to say hello to you guys. There's 17 of you here. It's excellent. Excellent. Thank you very much for your support, for coming to the channel, and your curiosity in finding out all these different answers. But please do talk in the chat. It'd be really cool to interact with you, get to know where you guys from. I'm in Singapore. It's 20 past 11 here. Are you guys in England? And you know, big shout out to everybody from England and everyone from Singapore, Malaysia, also those who are based in the US and India and Indonesia and everywhere else in the world. You know, please let us know, let me know in the comments below. Have a chat amongst yourself. It is very much a safe space. Captain Mel, Michelia, hey, how you doing? Please don't forget to try. I don't have Microsoft Flight 2020. I'm so sorry. It took so much memory from my computer. I had to get rid of it. I'm so sorry. I cannot try Microsoft Flight 2020 today. Maybe in the future I will. You can go to MRTV's website, MRTV's YouTube channel, and check out his videos about Microsoft 2020. Hey Sebastian, if you're watching today, but do go and check out his channel. He's got those videos for you. But yeah, do put in the comments below any questions you have about the Pico 4. Be very happy to answer those for you, both in terms of standalone and also in terms of PCVR. What are the differences? What am I, what games I enjoy playing, or what games I recommend, and what games do you guys recommend also on SteamVR for PCVR? Leave a comment below, or let us know what games you recommend for standalone version, especially as it's Halloween, guys. It's going to be very soon Halloween. This is kind of the Halloween weekend, I guess, right? So what kind of games, do you want me to do some Halloween games, some scary games today? I really frigging do not like doing horror stuff. So I really, really don't like zombies. I don't like horror stuff at all. I'm super anxious about all these games. But, just for you, I'd be very willing and very happy to try some. So we could do some Walking Dead, which, oh my God, I really hate it. I hate it because I love it. You know what I mean? Or some After the Fall, or, whatever. Just type in the comments. Let me know what kind of horror game you'd like me to try, and I'll see whether I have it in my library. Okay, guys, so first of all, hey, Diego Dark OVR, how you doing? Thank you very much for coming to the channel. What's up, Peeps UK checking in? Hey, have you done Through the Lens G2 versus Pico 4? No, I have not. So maybe I could do that today as well. I could definitely give you some through the lens, using this camera here, which is basically my iPhone. So I could use my iPhone in order to go through the lens and show you the differences. Be very happy to do that. Now, I only have one computer to do live streaming, so I will have to use one computer after the other. I mean, I can only use one computer, so one headset after the other. I can't do both headsets on two separate computers and showing you side-by-side comparison. You're gonna have to wait for that video coming out probably either this weekend or next weekend. Tomorrow I want to do a video with Virtual Desktop comparing it to HP Reverb G2. So do hit the notification bell after you subscribe to be notified for that video for tomorrow. But if you want to go and see some side-by-side comparison with G2 and also Pico 4 using Half-Life Alyx, go and check out the other video I posted, I think it was last week or the week before, on the VR Essentials YouTube channel. Okay, let's do another shout out here. Atlant510, greetings from Germany. Hello, Dankenchen. I'm sorry, I don't know how you say hello in German, but Dankenchen, thank you, right? Hello to everybody from Germany. Lovely to have you guys here. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm basically going to power on my actual HP Reverb G2 first of all. And I'm going to show you how easy or how complicated it is to power it on. Now, the other things that we're going to do together will be also... okay, so it's powering on. Let me just switch my computer so you can actually see what I see. There we go. Okay, so I have a make sure the USB-C cable is plugged in. The super speed USB 3.0 error code 4-1. So let me change my USB port because I'm using the normal port that I normally use for my iPhone today. So it is possible I'm not plugged in the right port. So let me just check that out. Let's see. All right, let me get rid of this. There we go. Let me plug it in here instead. See if that works better. Okay, something's starting. Is it camera 3? Let me check. All right, so something's happened. Let me just go to my camera. There we go. Yes, so you can see what I can see on my computer. So as you could see, I literally just powered on my headset from the mains, and then I just changed the USB port. I didn't unplug it. I just kept it plugged in. And I just changed the USB port to another one, and then boom, it's in. Let me press on the play button. Yes, we're in SteamVR Home already, so I didn't really have to do anything. It was pretty much easy peasy. And as you can see, my actual controllers are not switched on, so I need to do that. So let me do that now. Now, it is possible that I might have to change my, what do you call it, play space. I might have to do that. All right, let me just switch on the controllers. There we go. Switching them on. As you can see, camera 2. Switching the controllers on. And okay, so SteamVR, I might have to restart SteamVR. Let me check. At the moment, yeah, let me just restart SteamVR maybe. Oh, I have to go back into Windows Mixed Reality, that's why. Okay, right, so let me stand up. Let me take off my gear off my head. I'm going to be switching microphones, guys, to the actual microphone of the HP Reverb G2. So let me do that right away. There we go. Let me get to microphones, properties. And then I'm going to choose this one here. There we go. Test, test, test. I'm going to bring it down a bit. Let me change everything off. Okay. Billy Long and Naito looking cool. Alright, there we go. Alright guys, so you should be able to hear me. Now I'm not using my glasses because I have the lens prescription adapters inside. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to change my camera now so you can see what I see. Let me go to camera 3. There we go. And then let me just get rid of this stuff here. Alright. Alright, so what I have to do is I can see my controllers. However, when I go out of SteamVR now, it's very important that you switch on your controllers first before you go into SteamVR. So I have to go back to Windows Mixed Reality. So let me go to Home. There we go. Alright, so there are two options. You can look left to right and then look down. Or you could just click the Windows and Y button a few times on your actual keyboard. And then it says put on your headset, but my headset is on. So let me just do this a few times and then it will do it automatically. So I'm basically just hitting the Windows and Y button a few times. And normally I should be directed back into Windows Mixed Reality. Okay, there we go. Input is currently being directed to your desktop. Yep, all good. So as you can see, my height is all good, so I don't need to change anything. And also, I don't have the boundary switched on. So I will be trying to be very, very cautious. All right, let's go into SteamVR and let's look at some of the games that I have there already downloaded. And then we can see, maybe you can pick, guys, the game you want me to do first. And I'll also do some shout outs, so do please leave some comments in the do talk in the in the chat box. And then as you can see, my controllers again are not here, so it is possible that I just have to go back to home. There we go. And then I'm going to restart SteamVR. Okay, something's going on. Alright, let me just change the camera. Camera 3, there we go. So yeah, so generally speaking, there can be some errors occurring when you don't have your controllers on, but you go into SteamVR first. So it's better to basically turn on your... so I'm just going to exit Steam completely. And then I'm going to make sure that SteamVR is switched off as well. So yes, it seems to be. All right. And then basically just redo it from scratch. So exit your Steam, make sure your controllers are switched on, and then go into SteamVR. All right, so let me change again. There we go. You should see what I see. Let me just double check. Yes, you do. All right, all good. All right, and then let's go back into SteamVR, and everything should be working honky-dory normally. All right, so the headset, if you are a Pico 4 user, by the way, or owner, and you are curious about the HP Reverb G2, it is super comfortable. It's so much more comfortable than any other headset I've tried, although I haven't tried many headsets. So as you can see, okay, SteamVR is started. However, I can't see my controllers again. See, so this is the annoying part. So I need to double check something on the. As you can tell, SteamVR on the computer is not recognizing my controllers, but my controllers are here. So when I, for example, go into here, right, you can see my controllers are clearly here. You can see it. So Windows Mixed Reality recognizes that my controllers are here, but however, SteamVR is not recognizing my controllers for some strange, weird reason. So let me check it out. All right, so we're live. This is what happens, guys. This is what we have to go through sometimes. VR is not as, what can I tell you? VR isn't as easy. All right, so let me go here. Let me go to. All right, so let me do this. SteamVR, and then. How can I reset SteamVR? No. Settings. Okay, let's go here. No, we don't want that. Okay, so. Okay, exit. All right, so basically what I'm doing now is I'm resetting Windows Mixed Reality, so I just closed it. It is possible there could be an issue with one of my softwares, so anyway, I will just restart Windows Mixed Reality first, and then go back into SteamVR. So I'm just going to make sure I exit on Steam as well, and that nothing is basically running, everything's good. And then I'm going to restart now Windows Mixed Reality. Let's do this. All right, so restarting. As you can see, it's restarting. You're using your headset without a boundary. Okay, yeah, I know that. Okay, so we're back inside of Windows Mixed Reality. Now SteamVR is starting. There we go. And then let's see if I can see my controllers inside. No. As you can tell, SteamVR is still not recognizing my controllers. Oh man, no way. Oh, this is a big bummer. All right, does anyone have a solution for this? Has anyone had this issue before, guys? Let me check the chat below. Give me a minute. All right. All right, so let me just put my headphones on so I can hear, also make sure you guys can hear me. Go back to Windows Mixed 3D Home and it will ask you to put your headset on. That's why SteamVR does not see your controllers. Okay, yeah, I did that, but let me try again. Let's see again. Alright, so let me quit SteamVR, exiting SteamVR. There we go. And I'm going to exit Steam also, and I'm going to go back to Windows Mixed Reality. So what you can also do is go to your task manager and just make sure that there's no, oh, maybe this is causing the bug, don't know. Let me get rid of that. And my Norton shouldn't be the issue. Adobe maybe, let's end the task of Adobe things. That could be the issue as well. Okay. Any things that are open here that perhaps are creating some issues? Okay, yeah, so there's no Steam VR stuff open or Steam things open. So everything is closed. Not quite sure what this is, so I'm going to end this and also end this and end this because I don't know what these are. Anything else? No. I think everything's good. It could be my camera, is possible. Who knows? Oh, let me get rid of Adobe. That could be the issue as well. Alright, Adobe Photoshop is closed. That takes a lot of RAM. Alright, so that's this. That's done. Let me try again. Let's do this. All right, so I'm putting the headset back on, as you guys can tell. All right, let me get rid of my glasses. I don't need these. Okay. There we go. All right, so controllers are here, as you guys can see. All right, they're here. So now let's reopen SteamVR, and hopefully it works this time. Sorry about that, guys. Really do apologize for the technical issues. Okay, so it's loading. There we go. Alright, I can see my controllers now. Oh, but they're gone again. Oh my god. My controllers are gone again. Oh man, what is going on? That means I basically would have to restart my computer. That would be the only option I have. However, if I do that... Okay, so guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to restart my computer. It won't end the stream, don't worry. However, the stream will be paused. So I won't have to... I don't think I have to restart the stream. I'll have to double check that. I don't have any choice. I'm going to have to do that, so... Alright. Alright. Test. It's a microphone here. Properties. Boom. Antlion. There we go. Alright guys, so what I'm going to have to do now is literally basically have to go to my YouTube. I'm going to shut down Microsoft. I'm going to go to my YouTube. I'm going to pause the stream. I'm going to restart my headset, my computer, sorry. And then I will have to try to make it work that way. It's possible it's another, maybe my camera. Let me turn off my camera software and see whether that is the issue. Let me just try that first before I restart my computer. Alright, so there we go. Turned off the camera, there we go. And then I'm going to leave this open so you can see something. Alright, and then let me end task of certain things. Alright guys, so we're back inside of the headset now. I'm not running my camera anymore, so I'm going to see whether that was the issue. So give me one moment. I'm just putting my headphone in my ear to make sure that you guys can still hear me correctly. Alright, there we go. So you can see, there you go. Alright, let me just do that. Alright, SteamVR, let's go. Let's see whether it helps, whether it worked. Nope, my controllers have disappeared once more. So this is very unusual, guys. I haven't had that, to be honest with you. Oh man, this is such a bummer. I'm definitely gonna have to restart my my computer. So guys, I will pause the stream, and I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Sorry about that, guys. I will see you in 5 minutes. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. Okay, so everything's back. Right, so I'm going to try again. So let me switch on. Let me power on the actual headset. Thank you so much for your patience, guys. You guys are super awesome. Love you guys. Thank you very much for that. Okay, so the headset's powering on, as you guys can tell. Okay, so as you can tell, SteamVR is still not registering my controllers. So let me just remove the batteries, put them in, and see what happens. So what I've done is I changed the OS to Open XR, and then I'm going to exit of Mixed Reality, and then I will reopen Mixed Reality, and it's going to ask me to reset SteamVR. So that's what I'm going to do now. So I'm restarting Mixed Reality, and normally it will ask me to reset the OS. So you can see at the top it says Windows Mixed Reality is not set up to run OpenXR. Some apps may not run correctly. Fix it. So before I press that, I have to make sure I exit of Steam and SteamVR. Alright, so now it says good to go, so let's try again. Alright, so I'm just putting the headset on my face. There we go. As you can see, we can see my controllers here. Let's go back into SteamVR now. Get rid of that. So hopefully that would have done the that would have worked. Alright, logging in. Controllers are still here. No, they're gone. They're gone again. Oh man. I'm really not sure what to do, to be honest. Alright. This is weird. So my controllers appear again when I activate Windows Mixed Reality, and then when I turn it off, boom, they're gone. And I can't, it doesn't seem that the buttons work either. The buttons are not working either. So let me see the chat again, see whether you guys have any solutions. Hey, Ready Player Rick, how you doing? Thank you very much. Hey, Alyx, HVR, how you guys doing? So we're basically having some issues with the controllers. Oh. Wait, let me bring the mic. Properties. Boom. Okay. Hey guys, hi again. So basically, welcome, Ready Player Rick. Welcome to you. Good to see you here, Alyx HVR. Also, so basically, we're having a little bit of issues with the actual controllers. They're not registering in SteamVR with the Windows Mixed Reality headset. Oh, there might be another issue. Let me check something. Oh my God! If this is the issue, I'm going to be really, really disappointed. So there's another thing that I need to do. I need to go to, let me show you what I'm doing on my computer so you can see it live. I'm going to go to remove software. Oh man, I think this is the issue. I seriously think this is the issue, guys. I think I found it, but let me just double check. Let me exit of SteamVR. Okay, let me check Pico software. Okay, there's no streaming. Is there streaming software? Yes. Okay, now what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to remove the Pico software, because I'm telling you, it actually causes me a lot of bugs. This Pico software causes me a lot of bugs. So I think it's actually that the issue. All right, Streaming Assistant uninstall complete. So the streaming assistant is gone. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to exit SteamVR again. Wait, let me just put this. Let's get rid of this. Exit now. Yes. All right, there we go. Let me shut down Windows Mixed Reality again. Okay, I don't think I need to restart my computer, guys, but hopefully I don't. Okay, I'm starting Windows Mixed Reality once more. Okay, so we're back inside Windows Mixed Reality, and now let me try to go into Steam again. Alright, so I got the headset back on. Now, as you can see, my Windows Mixed Reality controllers are here. There we go. Oh man, if this is the issue, it is possible I do need to restart my computer once more after I deleted something from the computer, just FYI. I have had a lot of issues with that software. They're here! Oh my god, I can't believe you! Pico are the people at fault for not making the HP Reverb G2 work properly. Guys, you are witnesses to this. You are witnesses to this. We have tried everything, and honestly, by deleting the Pico software from my computer, now my controllers in Windows Mixed Reality are finally working again. Guys, I cannot believe this. This to me is something that, honestly speaking, is anti-competitive. I can't believe this. Like, that is just, oh man, that's just like, no, you can't do that kind of stuff. Like, they need to fix that. Yeah, so guys, as you could tell, it wasn't the camera the issue, it wasn't SteamVR the issue, it wasn't Windows Mixed Reality the issue, and it was not HP the issue. The issue was Pico and the streaming software. There's obviously something, some code or some script in there that makes it that basically when you're using another VR headset, it's possible the same issue could be occurring with the Oculus or with HTC or with another VR headset. So if you guys have the Pico 4 and you have PCVR, please install the streaming software from their website and try your other VR headset as well and see whether you have any issues, because I think this is something that should definitely be told to the team at Pico to fix. I've actually told them in the past, but I had different issues in the past. It wasn't this issue. So yeah, and the fact is it still hasn't been rectified. So I think this is something that should definitely be rectified. This, oh my god, I can't believe this. We just wasted half an hour and I was really unhappy, and there you go, we found the reason. So there you go, guys. Pico was at fault. Streaming software was at fault. So Pico, if you're watching today's stream, please fix this. This is really a big no-no. Okay, so guys, let's move on. Let's be positive. Okay, let me show you what I have at the moment. So shall we just start with some Half-Life Alyx first? You know, and then after, what I'll do is we'll play a little bit with the HP Reverb G2 to begin with. We have some apps. So we have Assetto Corsa here. We have Synth Riders. We have Walkabout Mini Golf. We have Alt Space, Pistol Whip, Sensar. I can't do any fitness go, guys, because I have an injury. Neos, Shooty Skies, Automobilista 2. Although Automobilista 2, I would have to actually power the G923 first. So shall we just start with some Half-Life Alyx, guys? What do you want me to start off with? Leave a comment below, guys. Okay. What do Pico need to fix? Well, basically, Ready Player Rig, as you could tell, I don't know if you were on the stream before, but I had some issues. Basically, SteamVR wasn't registering my controllers with the HP Reverb G2. But when I deleted the Pico streaming assistant software, basically now I can see my controllers. So that was the issue. Alright, guys, maybe we can just start with some Half-Life Alyx first, and then just play a little bit. And yeah, just do that first. Let's do that. Alright. And then if there's any issues with the actual, you know, audio or anything like that, do let me know, and then I will rectify the audio as well. Alright, so Half-Life Alyx is now loading. Now I have to say that right off the bat, even when I'm in SteamVR home, I have to say that, you know, for me, the HP Reverb G2 is super clear, and I don't have any issues with the sweet spot that some people are having. So maybe just because it's, I don't know, it just fits my head perfectly. So yeah, no, for me the graphics are absolutely amazing, and everything is super sharp. Everything is just the way it's supposed to be. Like, there's no compression. It's probably the way how you see it on the screen right now. Let me go to games. Let me see if I can start from another. Let me start from chapter 7, although, oh my god, I haven't gone to chapter 7 since 2020. Oh my god. I can try chapter 7. I can try. It's been 2 years since I've been there. I'm not quite sure what's in chapter 7, guys, to be honest with you. But we can try. Okay, let's go to this one, I guess. Oh, let me just check the the options of the game. So options. Let me go to performance. So for the performance, I have like a lot of different software running at the same time. I'm just afraid that something might crash. So I'm just going to bring it to medium to start off with, and then I will actually to high. I think high should be okay. Let me just check the difference between medium and high. No, it doesn't seem to be much difference. So, oh, there is a little bit difference in jagged edges. Okay, I'll put it on high to begin with. Let me go to back, and then let me go to back. Let me go to games. Let me go to chapter 7, and then let's start. All right, let's load the file. All good. Let me stand up so I can do this playing up. All right, there we go. Put my chair here. Alright guys, so we're going to be doing some Half-Life Alyx to begin with. Alright, so everything is loading at the moment for me. Just checking the chat. See if you guys have any other questions. Hey Z-Storm, welcome to the chat. Nice to see you, mate. How you doing? Well, I wasn't really happy because I had so many issues with the controllers. Because the streaming software from Pico basically prevented me from SteamVR registering the controllers in SteamVR, so I spent half an hour trying to fix that. And then when I deleted the Pico streaming assistant software from my computer, SteamVR could finally register the controllers from my HP Reverb G2, so I wasn't very happy about that. But we got there, and now we're about to play some Half-Life Alyx to begin with. Oh, I'm in here, okay. I'm not sure this is where I should be starting. Alright, Pico 4 is great. Yeah, no, it is great. But if you are doing some content and you have the HP Reverb G2, then definitely delete your streaming software first if you only have one PC or one laptop or whatever it might be. Otherwise, as you could tell from today's stream, it will simply not work. Your controllers will not register with SteamVR if you have your Pico streaming software. Alright, so where am I? God, it's so dark in here. Alright, I need my gun, so let me get my gun. Alright, I have many different guns and I have no bullets. Okay. Let me go back to the... Oops, wrong button. Wrong button also. Is it this one? This one? No, not this one. Sorry, give me a moment. There we go. Let me quit the game. Let me go to main menu. Accept, and also, oh, let me go to load. Load. Where can I go? Can I go back to another chapter? Chapter 6. Alright, let's go to chapter 6. Alright, it'll make more sense. Now, I am having some stutter issues. That is because I have so many software open on my computer, guys, so I definitely will have to bump down the settings a little bit. So I have the camera on, I have the YouTube thing running, I have OBS running. And also, of course, I have the desktop screen open so you can actually see the game from... Oh, actually, that's what I could do. I'm going to open the screen from the actual Windows Mixed Reality. Although I hope it works. Okay. So now what you see is from Windows Mixed Reality itself. not from the actual game. So now the graphics that you will see will be what I see inside of my headset, guys. Alright, so I have a hat on, which is why you can see something on the top of my headset. We're in chapter 6. I haven't been here for 2 years, guys, just so you know. So let's look around. I'm not quite sure what I'm supposed to do. I'm in chapter 6. I haven't been here for 2 years. So my memory doesn't remember this scene, to be honest with you. Alright, I think I have to operate a crane or something, if I remember correctly. But yeah, you can see basically what I can see. Okay, I can move around, so that's good. Oh, so the crane's been operated. Oh, I remember now. So there was a crane that I had to operate, and it brought me up here, and then now I have to go inside. Okay, I got it, I remember. Let me see if I can go up here first, just to wander around, just so you see the graphics. For me, I don't know what you can see on your phone or on your computer, but for me, using the HP Reverb G2, it is just absolutely amazing. Like, it's just incredible. We're going to talk about different things, of course, the tracking, the graphics, you know, the comfort. For me, it's very comfortable. However, it does feel a little bit heavier for me, the HP Reverb G2, compared to the Pico 4. I have to admit that. Simply because I don't have any weight at the back of my head. It is a little bit more front heavy because the HP Reverb G2 has everything on the front versus the Pico 4, which has the battery at the back. Let's not forget that. Alright, let me just check my phone just to make sure that you guys can see and hear me properly before I play full time. Yes, okay, you guys can see the graphics, you can see me as well. All good. Alright, cool. What version of HP Reverb G2 you have? G2, V1 or V2? Very good question, and welcome to the chat, Delikin. It's the version 2. I have 2 PCs, but I hardly ever stream, mostly videos. Okay, so Ready Player Rick is nothing to do with streaming. It's purely, basically, okay, do me a favor. You may want to test this when you have time. After you download your streaming, oh, you don't have an HP Reverb G2, right? But try it with your Quest, because I know you have a Quest, or try it with whatever other headset you might have. See whether you have the streaming software on the same computer, and then with your other VR headset, and then go into PCVR, try your VR headset in PCVR mode, and see whether you can see your controllers in SteamVR when it loads. If it doesn't, then what you should do is delete the streaming software from Pico, and then you'll see that your controllers will eventually come back in SteamVR on your other VR headset. Share this on my Pico. Okay, cool, awesome, I'll share it. Oh, and guys, by the way, if you are on Facebook, do go and check out Ready Player Rick's Pico 4 group, and also come to my group. Just search for Pico XR FB Community on Facebook, and you'll be led back to the new Facebook group of Pico 4 there as well. And you can meet all types of people from Southeast Asia and also all over the world, although very few amount of people at the moment since I just started that group. And it is the unofficial group for Pico. I have to make that very, very clear. Okay, alright, so let's just carry on so since you guys can actually see everything. And as I mentioned before, what you can see right now is actually the graphics coming from the HP Reverb G2 streaming, and not from the actual game itself. So hopefully later when I try the Pico 4, you'll also be able to have a window where you can see the Pico 4 graphics and not the graphics from the actual game. Alright, so let's go. So everything is sharp, everything's good. Let me go back on this, there we go, and let me go in. I believe it's this way. I need a gun. I have no bullets. Oh my god. Alright, do I have bullets? Alright, let me get rid of that. Let me put some here. There we go. Alright. I can hear like buzzing of things. As you can see now, I have a lot of lights shining towards me, guys, so if you do see the controller sticking here and there on the HP Reverb G2, it's completely normal. Basically, with the HP Reverb G2, I don't advise you have as many lights like this in a room. In fact, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to push this light away from me, or just dim it down to its minimum. There we go. So the game is loading whilst I'm doing that, so no issue. It should be much better. There we go. Alright, we're back in. Jeff.
There's definitely a bunch of old bottles in here. Does alcohol go bad?
Okay.
It only improves. It's all good, Alyx.
Russell, you're breaking up.
The vodka is good, Alyx. The vodka is good.
I think I'm supposed to go this way. I haven't played this chapter in 2 years, so I'm not quite sure. So, just to give you my first impressions, basically, first of all, there's no compression. There's zero compression. Like, everything is clear as the clearest of water in the world. Like, it's as clear as probably the liquid inside of this bottle, although the bottle itself is not very clear. But, you know, for example, I can see the textures of like it's been in the, you know, been in a freezer or something. It just looks really, really amazing. It almost looks like a real bottle to me. It doesn't, obviously, because it's 3D and it's not hyper realistic. But I'm just saying that it is absolutely phenomenal in terms of the clarity, the specularity of the light, the way it bounces on the capsule here. You know, it's just really, and I can see the little bubbles there. When I shake the water, you can see the tiny little bubbles. I mean, everything is, you know, just really, really sharp. Where am I supposed to go? I can't remember. I think it was supposed to be over there, isn't it? Aha, that's where I'm supposed to go with it. Yes. Oh. Well, look at this thing. Oh, wow. Look at this thing. Shall I put my hand in it? Does it bite? No, it doesn't bite. It's all good. God, they're amazing, those things. Yeah, no, I mean, everything is just absolutely crystal clear. There's no... The only thing that my personal PC can't really handle super well with an RTX 2070 is that when you see these little flickers of water on something, like a really tiny, like they're basically a few pixels, it doesn't give you the impression like it's in real life where you see, like, when you see 1 pixel or 10 pixels put together, like a really small amount of pixels put together, and it's supposed to be like reflective light of some sort, it looks more like it's something jagged. It doesn't look like it's supposed to be something wet that is reflecting light from water bouncing off from its surface. So that's the only thing that to me puts me off in VR at the moment with my computer. Now, it's possible that with a 380 series or 390 or 4000 series, that when you see water, little pieces of water like this here, that it really does not flicker as much, and it doesn't look like it's something jagged. It really does feel like it's light bouncing off the surface of a liquid. Very possible, but for me, it doesn't do that yet. The only time that water really works well is, for example, here. You can see that there's water on the floor, on the surface here, and I can see the light. So there, you can see the light bouncing from there, from this light. It's bouncing there, or is it? It's either, I think it's this light here that's bouncing there. You know, and it works really well. It's super fluid. Let me just adjust my IPD quickly. There we go. Yeah, the light is super fluid. You know, there's nothing jagged about it. It's super crisp, super sharp, and it just gives you a really amazing sense of immersion. But the moment I look at here, this section here where I see some light, like little tiny pixels of surface of, you know, water or whatever, that's where it just it doesn't work as well for me. These are amazing. Alright, I'm in a horror game, so I mustn't forget there could be creatures here and there. I mean, it's absolutely phenomenal. These colors are just, whew, really, really amazing colors. I love the bloom. Oh man, look at this guy. Look at this. Is this someone who's just been eaten? I don't know if you heard in the news lately, Africa somewhere, there was some woman who was eaten alive by a giant cobra. I can't believe that happens. It's just crazy to see these stories. Okay. Alright, there's something up there. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look at that. Is there something I can throw at him? No, there isn't. Whew. So it's not very loud in my HP Reverb. Oh, that's because I'm using the speakers. Okay. Okay. So is the volume okay, guys? By the way, can you let me know in the comments below what's the volume like? Do I need to put it louder, or can you guys hear me okay when I'm shooting and stuff? Let me just check my phone quickly. Is the sound okay, guys? Just want to make double sure. Pico 4 is less brighter. Oh yes, that's possible. 90 hertz now. Yes. Hey, Sao Pro, welcome to the stream, by the way, and welcome also Moon C. How you guys doing? Yeah, we're running at 90 hertz at the moment, so we'll be both on 90 hertz in the Pico and also 90 hertz inside of the HP Reverb G2. I will change the Pico quite soon after this, in about, I guess, 15 to 20 minutes, just to compare, and then we'll also go back and forth to try different games. We'll try 3 or 4 different apps tonight, so we will do the stream for another hour also. Is the sound okay, guys? Just want to double check. Yes, volume's good. Okay, thanks, Ready Player Rick. Really appreciate that. And guys, do remember, as I mentioned before, if you're looking for a Pico 4 group on the Facebook, there are 2 of them available at the moment. One is by Ready Player Rick, and Ready Player Rick, do put in the comments below a link or anything you want. And also mine, which is called Pico XR FB Community or Pico XR Community. You can search for those. Actually, Ready Player Rick, don't put a link because it'll be hidden. Just put the name of your group and then people can go and search for it. So they can search for his group and they can also search for mine, which is Pico XR FB Community. Alright. Okay, my controller just went to sleep and came back. I mean, it absolutely looks amazing. I have no issues with sweet spot, guys. I think for those who have issues with sweet spot for the HP Reverb G2, simply need to, make sure your headset is positioned properly at your cranium on the back, not above it, above the bone or under the bone, all that kind of stuff. Make sure it's nicely put there. Look at these things. I mean, they just look amazing. They feel so real. I mean, they feel like I could just bite them. What can I tell you? Yuck. God, my bullets are going very fast. I thought I had a torch. How do I switch on the torch? I can't remember. Isn't there a torch with this gun? Am I wrong to say that? Only 90 bullets. Oh dear. Is he dead? I hope he is. Maybe he's drunk. Maybe he had a few shots. Okay, let me get out of there. There we go. I mean, I can see the little particles floating around as well. Don't know if you see them. Now, what you see, guys, is what I see. Okay, the graphics, the window that's on my computer is the window from Windows Mixed Reality, not the window from the game. Just so you know. And I believe that Windows Mixed Reality record the display at HD settings. So what you see is not 4K per eye, it is transmitted at HD on the actual computer, just so you know. So what I'm seeing is probably better than what you're seeing on your screen at the moment. But it just looks absolutely phenomenal. I mean, I really feel like I'm inside of here. And of course, Half-Life Alyx is one of the most amazing VR experiences you
Alex,
could
come
ever...
in, Alex. Alex? Oh, there you are. There you are.
There's no straight shot to the vault. I'm gonna head inside and find a way out.
Alright, so we have to find a way out. Oh man, I can't remember how you get out of here. Okay, I have to go this way. Things could be jumping at me at any time. Now guys, we are at, I see a ladder there. We are at high resolution, we're not on ultra high. I just heard something. I can hear something. I'm having a little bit of stutter, but that is also because I have the camera switched on, OBS switched on, YouTube live stream
Alex,
switched on.
You're never gonna believe.
Russ?
I would love to play Half-Life Alyx on a 4000 graphics card series and i9 13700K or i7 13700K Intel CPU. I mean, that would just be absolutely amazing. But it is about $5,000 to get that set up, so a little bit out of my price range. Okay, let's continue. I'm trying to be careful because there are people around.
Hey, you with the blood on you. You with the blood. I got a little situation here.
Yeah, you sure do.
You don't have a gun. Thanks.
Ooh, what was
How
that?
was that?
That's Jeff.
Jeff?
Oh, don't worry. You can't see. Here's just fine, though. Got an ear like Mozart.
Who?
All right, now let me help you out. All right, see you on the other side, Greenhorn. And keep your voice down.
I mean, the graphics are just phenomenal. Like, the way he appeared just now, he just looks super clear, super sharp. You know, it's just another level of VR, you know, what can I tell you? Okay. Like, I really feel like I'm inside of this room. And I just love the bloom, this little streak of light. It's just not obvious. It's such a very light layer of texture coming in, but it's just really, really effective. And my gun looks damn cool, I have to admit. And when I don't have OBS on, my camera on, and all these kind of things.
There he is.
Jeff.
Right, watch this. See, he's totally predictable. But he will rip your arms off if he finds you.
Okay, so how do you jump? I can't remember. Okay, here. Alright, so I gotta be a little bit careful. I don't have my boundary set up.
Hey, those things are nasty. You gotta cover your mouth.
Got it. Thanks.
Hey, I almost forgot. What's your name?
Alyx. Alyx Vance.
Hey, Alex, I'm Larry. Nice to meet you. Try not to get killed.
I thought there was a way to get rid of these. I can't remember because I haven't played this chapter in so long. Yeah, the particle effects are just absolutely phenomenal. The different colors that come towards you. The contrast is absolutely amazing. You know, I really feel like it's very dark here. And over there, obviously, with the light there, is very bright. I don't feel like it's grey. You know, I really feel like it's very dark. And then I can just see the specularity and the light just bouncing over here. It just looks really, really phenomenal. Oops. So yeah, so normally when I don't have the camera on and I don't have all these softwares on and things, then obviously everything works much better and I don't have any jitter whatsoever. The jitter only comes like now and then, it's not all the time. In terms of tracking, well, I do have a light that's directly at me, but as you can tell, so far it's doing okay. So we're doing okay. You can see here a little bit when I go here and then I come back. Sometimes there's a little bit of a flop there. Like it stays there and it comes back. It's very... I mean, I'm doing it purposely now. Of course, it's not doing it, you know, on its own. But if don't put a light directly at you with a Windows Mixed Reality headset. A big no-no to do that. Okay, where am I supposed to go? I can't remember.
You're giving away your position. Cover your mouth so you don't cough.
Is it over there? No, it's over here. Where is he? Oh, it's down there, okay.
Jeff can hear you coughing. Cover your mouth.
Do I have to open the door from another place? I can't remember exactly. It's been 2 years since I've been in this place. I can't remember what I had to do. Let me try again. No. Okay. Do you guys remember what you're supposed to do? There we go, okay. That's what we're supposed to do. Sometimes the answer is as simple as that. Now guys, I believe I am gonna die. Because he's actually very hard to beat, if I remember correctly. You have to put him in a fridge or something. You can't just shoot at him, I believe. But yeah, I mean, I'm definitely getting, like, I don't very much feel comfortable in these kind of apps, to be honest with you. It's not really for me. Because I'm a scaredy cat. What can I tell you? Horror stuff is not my stuff. But it is just fantastic. It's just beautiful. And it just goes to show that at the end of the day, if it's making me feel uncomfortable, which is what the developers want me to feel, then they've done an amazing job. That's all I can say. You know, if this was easy peasy and just shoot and boom, 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 it wouldn't be fun, right? It wouldn't be VR. VR is supposed to be, you know, at the end of the day, giving you thrills and chills. So for sure, they have done an amazing, amazing job. I don't think I have to go there. Okay, we have some stuff here. I mean, look at this. This is crazy. And it's very dark, you know, so it's very hard to get these kind of colors, and everything is just moving around, the sounds coming from everywhere. it's just really, really, really crazy. I wish I could take his mask though. Alright, so I have some water, whatever, vodka. He's there, I can hear him. He's on the other side of the thing, basically, I think. So I have to open it up, I imagine. I can't remember if this one you have to lock up somewhere, or if it's another one that you have to lock up somewhere. Let me see if... No, can't open it here. Is it this way? Oh man, I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've played this scene. Okay. It's definitely not. Oh, it is. Oh well, I'm dead already, so there you go. Oh dear! I got eaten. Alright guys, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to change the game and I'm going to use the actual Pico 4 now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to transfer, I'm going to just take off my headset and the sound, I will change the microphone to the other microphone. So let me just do that right now. Sorry, I will try not to jerk the headset too much. Okay, there you go. Alright guys, so we're going to change to the Pico 4 now. So let me go to, let me just check that you guys can still hear me and see whether you had any comments. Damn it, Jeff, LOL, yes, exactly. RIP, it was very fast, right? You have 71mm for your IPD, is that right? So Lesta, no, I think for the HP Reverb G2 is not an issue. And for the Pico 4 is definitely it's definitely not an issue because the Pico 4 can go all the way to 72mm, so there's no issue either. But before I say something wrong, let me just go online very quickly. HP Reverb G2 IPD. So the IPD is for the HP Reverb G2, if I'm not wrong. Let me just double check. Doesn't it go to 72? Oh, it goes to 68. Okay. Let me just double check inside the headset. Give me a moment. Yeah, no. Inside of the G2, it's actually 68. 60 to 68. So. Just FYI, so this website here is actually true what they say. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is let me just show you what I'm doing on my computer so you can see live all the stuff. So this is the, as I mentioned, so this screen here that you saw just now, you know, if I stop, then you see this is the Windows Mixed Reality. So this is the actual image coming from the actual Windows Mixed Reality, which is rendered at 1080p, by the way, even though inside of the headset it is 4K per eye to 160 by 160. So I'm just going to close this now. I'm going to shut down. Okay, there we go. Okay. All right. And then now we're going to go back to the Pico website. And I have to re-download the streamer, of course. So to download the streamer, all you have to go is go to Pico Link, I think I think that's where it is, isn't it there? And then choose your device, Pico 4. So choose here, then download. There we go. So the streaming assistant is there. And then I just go to show in folder and then just run as admin. There we go. So I'm just installing the streaming software now from the actual Pico, because earlier when I had it installed, as those who were here at the beginning of the stream, basically if you have the streaming software from Pico installed in your computer, and you also have an HP Reverb G2. I don't know whether the same thing happens with other VR headsets, but with the HP Reverb G2, Steam will not recognize your controllers. So you need to uninstall and remove the Pico streaming software from your computer first. Then you can start up your HP Windows Mixed Reality headset, and Steam VR will then recognize your HP Reverb G2 controllers. Just FYI. Okay, so it's just installing. So when you have a bump in the road like this and it just waits and it's all green and it looks like it's done, just wait for it to be done because it's still thinking. Okay, so let's finish this. And then what we're going to do now is it's going to, there you go, now it's checking my configuration. So it says I have NVIDIA, it says my CPU's here, my RAM's here, my OS. Click on next. There we go. It says that SteamVR is installed, Pico driver is installed, SteamVR is added to the firewall whitelist, and we are complete. So now all I have to do is power on the actual, so what I'm going to do is power off, my HP Reverb G2 first of all. There we go. And now I'm going to power on. So my, let me change cameras very quickly. So let me, there we go. So the actual Pico, which is here, has the wire, as you guys can tell. And the wire is, if I just get the wire. So the wire is, so here's the other end of the wire, and I'm going to plug it into my computer. So there we go, it's plugged in. And then now what I'm going to do is I'm going to power on my headset. And I just need to make, oops, the Pico 4 is literally falling to the ground. And it's hanging by the wire, haha, pun. Okay, so let me just turn it on now. So let me bring it back towards me. Okay, there we go, one moment. Alright, so the headset is now powering on, just so you guys know. And I think I have about 40% of battery. I'll see how much battery I have. Now the battery doesn't charge, by the way, when I'm using my USB-C 3.0 cable. This is an Anchor cable, by the way. I have all the affiliate links in the description below. And if I want an extension, I will use a Cable Creatives extension. So I think I have enough cable to just be here, so should be, I don't think I need my extension. So yeah, it doesn't actually charge my Pico whilst it's plugged inside. So, but it won't trickle down as fast as if it didn't have any juice going in. So it will last double the amount of time, so about 4 hours to 5 hours, depending on what I'm playing, instead of 2 hours. Alright, so now I'm in pass-through mode, so I'm just setting everything up. So let me just go to start, reset boundary, default, enter VR world. Okay, there we go. Got it. So now I'm going to go to my PCVR. So I actually have 51% of battery, so that's perfect. That's a lot of battery. And then I'm going to go to where am I going? PCVR, right? So sorry. Okay, so I need to go inside the app, look for streaming assistant. So there we go, I got it. And then now it's looking for my computer. So device is available. It's looking for it. and normally it should find it, because let me go to the streaming assistant on my computer. Okay, give me a minute. Okay, so I have to press on what I want first before inside of the headset. So I'm going to press on USB. There we go. Says USB 3.0 must be plugged in. So click next. View instructions in the headset. So I'm going to put the headset back on. There we go. And now it can actually recognize my computer. So just click on connect. And there we go. And then later I'll do some through the lens stuff, guys. No worries about that. All right, and then now I have to go back to the computer. So as you can tell on the computer, something's happened. It can actually say that it's connected. And of course, it also has recognized the controllers directly straight away. I'm going to power on the other controller. There we go. And normally, SteamVR will see things. Now, you can see it says display rate 72 Hertz, right? So all I have to do, by the way, is if you have a little icon on the arrow here, it will tell you whether you need to update your software. Just go to your settings here and then go to 90 Hertz. I'm going to put HD also. For controller type, always put on standard unless you're using specific controllers that are different. And then just click on save. And then basically what we need to do is we need to power off SteamVR. And also this also we need to close it. So I'm going to exit SteamVR. There we go. Oh, sorry, you didn't see the actual changes on my computer. Sorry about that, guys. I'll show you again just now, so give me a minute. So, streaming assistant, there we go. Okay, so you can see, basically, I don't know whether you can see it or not, but I have to click on USB, next, a few instructions in the headset. Okay. Okay, one moment. All right, so I'm connecting in the headset now, and you can see the Pico 4. It says connected, and now it says refresh rate, display refresh rate 90 Hertz. So we are at 90 Hertz, and what's going on now is basically the headset is trying to find SteamVR, and I'm now in SteamVR itself, and I can actually see my controllers, so everything's good. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to power on Half-Life Alyx. So just need to press a button. There we go. Half-Life Alyx. Okay, it's going to come online, and I'm going to see whether it's possible for you to see the screen that I see instead of the screen that is from the game. So one moment, it's powering on. So let's see if there's a way to do that. I don't think so. I think the screen you're going to see basically is going to be from the game and not from what I see, to be honest. Unless I can cast, but I don't think I can. Let me see if I can cast a PCVR game. That would be very interesting to test. Let me see if I can do that. According to the software, I can do a casting. So let me go to the address it gave me and see whether I can actually pick that casting, and then cast what I actually see in the headset to you, instead of showing you the screen from the game, because that's not very fair, right? Okay, so it's asking me in the headset to allow casting, so I'm allowing. There we go. Let's see whether you can see what I see. Yes, you can. Oh, this is fantastic, guys. Absolutely fantastic. Now, the only difference, though, is that you won't be able to hear my mic coming from the game. So, what I need to do is I need to put back my headset on and my headphones on, and also put the mic on. So give me a moment. Let me do that now. Now we're in pass-through mode, by the way, so this is how it looks like in pass-through mode. Just FYI, so depending on the light that you have better quality. And it is a little bit difficult for me to, like, it's clear, but like my hands are distorted, so what I see is quite distorted. So to be honest with you, it wouldn't be very helpful for me to work on a daily basis using this pass-through mode, because it just feels very warped, and just the quality of the pass-through is just not good. Let's just be blunt, all right? It's not good, so it makes it very hard for me to be able to type. My hands look gigantic. The distance between my hands and the keyboard it just feels like really strange. So even just using a mouse, and then like I'm trying to find the OBS thing here. Okay, let me just change. So there you go. So this is the pass-through mode. So I was just trying to explain to you that, you know, it feels very hard to be able to type, and also just looking for things. I can't see my mouse. I have to actually lift the headset up and look. It just makes it very hard to be able to do anything. So you know, pass-through mode is a big no-no at the moment, but of course with a software update in the future, Pico, I'm sure, will, you know, do wonders with it, and maybe the Quest Pro is a bit better. I don't know. I don't have the Quest Pro, so I can't compare. But for productivity, I don't think the pass-through mode is exactly a great thing. I think the pass-through mode is very useful for safety, or for, you know, the safety aspect, or just wanting to know what's around you or something like that. Then I think it's great. But I think for productivity reasons, no, it's not there yet. All right, let me go back in the headset. There we go. I can get rid of this. And then let me just up the volume. There we go. Now we can hear everything. So continue. Let's go to games, and then let's go to chapter 2, and then let's go to here. Actually, we could just do chapter 1 to begin with. Okay, let's just do. Alright, so I'm hearing some sound that is echoing. I'm not sure where that's coming from. Yeah, you can hear sound that's echoing for you too, right? So it could be... Let me just double check. Okay, I think maybe now is better. Let me see. Okay, yeah, I think now. Okay, we got rid of the echo. So basically it's because the sound was coming from the cast, as well as the sound from my actual computer itself. So guys, now what you can see is the actual image coming from the casting browser inside of Steam VR, guys. It is also casting at 1080p, very similarly to earlier. So do scroll back to where I was doing the the stream with the HP Reverb G2 just now, about 10 minutes ago. So do go and scroll back to that, and then now we're going to actually be using the Pico 4 casting to the browser, but you're actually seeing inside of Steam VR. I have to say that I can look through the casting, like I can see it underneath my headset on the computer, and the actual latency is pretty much 1-to-1, so it's very fast, very good. When I'm moving my head left to right, basically what I see in the screen of the PC is pretty much what I'm seeing inside my headset in terms of the latency. So that is actually pretty damn good. Now, let me stand up. Now my wire is shorter than what it was with the HP Reverb D2, just FYI. So I'm not going to be able to go as far as what I could earlier standing up. But let me just try and just move this light closer to the green screen. There we go. And let me just shift the chair away. Okay, just want to make sure let me just go in pass-through mode again. Okay, there we go. That's much better. And then let me just move the chair out of the way. There we go. And then this wire is what? The HP. Okay, let me just move the HP out of the way so it doesn't fall. Okay, so I can do mundane tasks with the pass-through. I can move things around, but it still feels very strange. Like I have to be very careful what I'm doing. Sorry for the mess, guys. Oh my god, the light almost fell. Okay, there we go. I'm back, and then I'm just going to move the play space. All right, so I can just bring up my menu directly from here, and then I can go to my library. So let's just check. So see, guys, I have 47% of battery. It is now almost 1 o'clock in the morning in Singapore. So wherever we'll be at the end, I will show you. You can see it's pretty clear, right? It is pretty clear. It is pretty much there. I mean, if this was my first time in PCVR, honestly, I'd be very, very happy. Play boundary, there we go. And then let's just do custom. There we go, that's good. Next, I'm just going to draw something. So there we go. Be good if my chair could actually. There you go. Okay, redraw. Okay, I think that's fine. Next, start play. Okay, we're back inside. And if I go to the graphics, now the graphics are going to be set. If I go to options and I go to, where are you? Preferences? No, it's not this one. So you go back. Options, preferences, maybe? No. Performance, there we go. So we're at high fidelity, and I'm actually getting more stutter than I was with the HP Reverb G2, just FYI. Like here, well, I was just now getting more stutter. I can definitely tell I'm having more stutter, for sure, than with the HP Reverb G2. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, for me, with the HP Reverb G2, it just felt super sharp. Like everything felt really, really sharp. So what I'm going to do now, just to double check, I'm going to go to my screen here, go to my library again. Sorry, I'm going to click here. I'm going to go to IPD adjustment. I'm just going to adjust my IPD just to see if it's an IPD issue. Now for the IPD, you can go all the way to 72 with the Pico 4. With the HP Reverb G2, remember, only 68. And you can go also all the way to 58 just by clicking on this thing here. There you go. But for me, I think I'm about 64, so it just feels very blurry. It really does feel so much more blurry than the HP Reverb G2. It's pretty frightening. The difference is night and day for me, believe me, guys. That is why that the HP Reverb G2 for me is night and day. It is my go-to PCVR headset, full stop. But if it is your first time, as I mentioned, in PCVR, you'll be complete. I mean, you'll be happy, you'll be fine. But it's definitely, I'm sorry to say, but it is not a upgrade headset for PCVR. Okay. Alright, I'm just going to adjust my play boundary again. I'm just going to put a default boundary because I'm not going to move around anyway. Now there's no different size, it's just one circle, by the way. Standing, there we go, and then enter the VR world, there we go. And now the difference is that when I go towards the boundary, you'll only see the circle. So if you use the normal boundary and not the custom one, you'll only see the circle on the floor. It will not come up with a grid. So yeah, but the graphics, as you can tell, I can still tell the bloom of light coming. I mean, that is very, very nice. Don't get me wrong, that is very good. We are at the same settings, guys, than we were earlier with the HP Reverb G2, so we're at high fidelity. I haven't made any changes whatsoever. And if we actually go to Steam VR and we go to video settings, you will see that I'm actually at 2516 by 2516, 100%. So field of view also 100%. So no differences in terms of the graphics for the super sampling for Half-Life Alyx between HP Reverb G2 and also the Pico 4. But there are definitely some differences. First of all, everything feels blurry to me. Honestly, it feels blurry to me. The depth of field over there feels much more blurry than things here. But here also feels blurry to me. With the HP Reverb G2, it was not blurry. It was completely crystal clear everywhere. And I think this is the little compression, you know, that's occurring in the game. So this is the give and take. But it doesn't feel blurry to the point that, you know, I can't see, or I feel like I need glasses or something like that. It just feels a little bit blurry. It's like, I would say 5% blurry compared to using the HP Reverb G2, which is 100% clear and non-blurry. However, the things that are here, like if they're really near to me, they're not as blurry, but they still feel, you know, they still feel a little bit blurry. And by the way, I do have my glasses on. I have to I have to make it clear, I do have my glasses on, guys. So it is definitely not my eyesight issue, since with the HP Reverb G2 I was using the lens prescription adapters, and my lens prescription adapters were exactly the same as, you know, my prescriptions to my glasses. All right, I just need to make that very I need to make that very clear. Okay, I just died. Never mind. It's fine. We will continue. So, not to worry. So let's just continue again. Let's go back in. Accept. There you go. All right. But the controllers work really good, especially in Half-Life Alyx. Everything works well. There's no issues there. But even this screen here just looks blurry. It doesn't. To me, it just. I mean, I'm just giving you my impressions, okay, based on my own setup. It's possible that if you have a 380 card or 390 or 360 or 370, that it will be okay for you. And if you have a 4000 series, then maybe it will be much better also for you. But I'm saying that with an RTX 2070, the Pico 4 feels blurry in PCVR. So, but it's clear enough to have a good experience. Like I'm not having a headache. I'm not like all these kind of things, you know. And also you can tell with the tracking, no issues there. I can pick up objects, I can fling them to me, I can throw them. Also, like you can tell the shadows here, for example, you know, here, when I move back a little bit, they're not super clear. The textures also, I really have to go up and close to start seeing the textures. When I move back a bit, it loses a lot of the detail compared to the HP Reverb G2, which really keeps a lot more of the detail, the textures. It's just night and day. The differences are just super night and day. It really feels much more like a standalone experience. Well, actually I can't say standalone, that would be a bit mean. But it feels more to what, like if there was a scale between standalone, middle, PCVR, and then, you know, resolution 1 would be standalone and resolution 10 being the highest, be PCVR, then I would say that it's more towards the 5, something like that. But with the HP Reverb G2, it's definitely towards the 10. That's basically what I'm trying to say.
Oh boy.
Yeah, be careful.
Boom, that's how you do it. Now let's talk about the darks a little bit. Now guys, let me know if the sound, the volume is too high, or if you can't hear me. Can you put in the comments below whether my voice is not loud enough, or is too low, or the music is too high? Just let me know. Oh, something's happened. Okay, there we go. So the computer now is searching a little bit for itself. I have a lot more latency now, as you can tell. Something's going on. Got a lot of glitches here right now, just now. So it's possible the computer is thinking or something's going on. Not quite sure. And also I am casting also now onto the web with the Pico. So there's even more things going on. There's an extra thing going on. But yeah, you can tell that the computer is lagging now a bit. You can see me in the box below, and then just now it's trying to move and things were lagging. So let's talk about the contrast. Now the contrast is very good, very good, the contrast. You know, it's very dark. Like, this is black as it can get. Like, it doesn't feel grey at all. So the contrast is super good. The contrast between the black here and the light there that's flickering is amazing. I mean, it is really good. Like, it's super good. You know, in terms of the contrast, it is amazing. But it is definitely blurry. Oh my god. Like, I don't notice it when I put the Pico 4 on my head, and I do not do PCVR with the HP Reverb D2. Like, I leave it a few days, like let's say 3-4 days. I put the Pico on, I go in PCVR, and I start Half-Life Alyx. I don't notice these things. But the moment that I stop playing with the HP Reverb D2, put the Pico 4 on, I'm like, wow, the difference is night and day. This guy here looks very blurry. This briefcase here looks very blurry to me. It's amazing. Like, it's so amazing, the difference. And I hope that I'll be able to show you these differences when I do an actual recorded video, you know, in the future. Although you can go and check out the previous video I did with the Half-Life Alyx recorded video on the channel as well, so do go and look for that one. But yeah, no, the difference is really night and day in terms of the immersion, the feeling here that I'm having. It's really night and day. But he seems more clear now. The guy at the back over there seems much more clear. So maybe it's possible. No, he's definitely looks blurry for me. So in the darker areas, maybe there's some differences in terms of the contrast. He looks more clear. He looks more blurry. So perhaps it's a color issue or depth issue. I'm not quite sure. Let's see if I can make him explode. Yeah, the scene definitely feels much more blurry for me. Let me just adjust one more time my IPD to see if this is the issue, because I mean, I'm 64, so but let me just look at the back and see whether I can adjust it to be better. No, definitely not 66. No, it doesn't help. No, it doesn't help. And also the problem is that when I adjust my PD, the things at the back will, like for example at 62.5, he does look kind of sharper, but then the things at the front will look more blurry. And also where he's standing on the floor there, that looks more blurry, but he looks a bit sharper at the back there, so it doesn't really help in general. 64 for me makes him look more blurry at the back, but things that are here look a little bit sharper, so that's why they ask you to look at the green thing here, I guess, because 64 it looks all perfectly sharp, but then it doesn't feel comfortable. The lowest I can go is 63.5 to be honest, and the highest I can go is 64.5, so that's why for me 64 is the optimum setting really. So now what we can talk about is also so I talked about the contrast. Now the tracking is very good, there's no loss of tracking there for sure. Even if I was to put this light which is near me, there's no issues there. Now in terms of the compression, there's no like wait, let me just move out of here because the sound is pretty loud. In terms of compression, well, everything still looks pretty clear cut, like there's no artifacting inside of the shadows. You can't see like little, you know when there's a lot of latency and the graphics are still trying to fight to render itself properly, right? It will look blurry or look pixelated, or you'll have some noise on some of the areas or something. You don't have that with the Pico 4. So I mean with the USB-C cable, everything will look still quite sharp in terms of, like for example, the shadows. Inside of the shadow area, all the dark areas are very clear. There's no artifacting of compression of pixels trying to fight to render itself. What feels blurry is like these objects, like these 3D objects here, or they just look blurry to me, but they don't.
Alyx, I think that's a combine fabricator. Put something in it. I want to see how this thing works.
Got it. Will it work on the Russells?
No, but it should fix up that pistol nicely. Good thing, too, I gave you one of my lesser guns.
Thanks, Russell.
Well, in case it doesn't make it back.
Tell you what, Russell. If I die, I owe you a gun.
You owe me a gun anyway. That wasn't a gift. That's my gun.
So the actual object that's baked in here, for example, I don't know if it's baked in or if it's actually an object, but this object here, I don't think I can touch it. Oh no, it's actually it's actually an object. So, but I can't pick it up. So that actually looks blurry to me, or the wall looks a bit blurry to me, and I have to go really close to actually see the detail. If I look at it from here, I can see the cracks in the wall, but the normal maps don't really, like, normal maps are basically maps that devs use in order to make things pop out, let's say. They're not, they either draw, they draw the actual cracks. That's one map that they use, which is a shader map, and then, or texture map, and then they also use a normal map, which basically is like a flat surface, but it has information inside of it so that it will make a flat surface look like it's in 3D. So they don't actually have to model the actual crack in 3D. They just put it on a normal map, put the bump or bump map, whatever you want to call it, although there's a bump map and a normal map, which are two different maps. And then depending on the settings that they use, the map will look more, the wall will look more in 3D, or it will look less in 3D. So the cracks, I'm not talking about these areas. These obviously are modeled. I'm talking about this area here, okay? So normally they'll use a normal map to make the cracks pop out like they're in 3D, even though they're not modeled in 3D, they're just drawn on that map, and the map will do the rest for it, which enables the game to power faster and render faster, because they don't actually have to do all the modeling, and also of course on their end, they don't have to model all the cracks by hand either, which means productivity will be higher too. So on the Pico 4, I really have to go close to be able to get to see the actual effects that they're trying to communicate here in the actual scene. But on the HP Reverb G2 from far away, I can really tell that everything is already in 3D and very sharp. So it doesn't really make me feel like it breaks the immersion for me. I don't really feel like, I mean, after putting on the HP Reverb G2 on my head literally like half an hour ago, it makes me feel like I'm less inside of the actual scene compared to the HP Reverb G2, which really gives me the creeps because it makes me feel like I'm really inside and immersed of the actual environment. The other difference is that I can actually see under the headset itself. Now MRTV did do a video to block out the light apparently, so I'm going to check out that video and see whether I can try the hack that he talked about. And do go and say hi from us if you leave a comment on his video channel. Say hey, I came from Pico from VR Essentials, just want to say hi, told me to come to your channel. Please leave a comment there, let him know you came from us. But basically at the moment I can actually see under my headset and I have the lights on. Compared to the HP Reverb G2's gasket, I don't have that. I'm completely immersed. There's no light, there's nothing, no leaking of any kind. So I really do feel superbly immersed inside of the scene, not just from a clarity graphics point of view, but also from the point of view of the actual light not being able to see it under the actual headset itself. This really does play a big part of the gameplay as well. The other thing that is different in terms of the graphics is the I would say the jagged edges. There are definitely a little bit more jagged edges inside of the Pico 4 compared to the HP Reverb G2. All the edges, like for example here, other than, as I mentioned before, the HP Reverb G2 was that when you had some little pixels of water, right, and the light was trying to reflect from the actual surface of the water, then yeah, it was a little bit odd. It didn't feel really clear. But when the water was trying to shine from, let's say, on the floor, and it was a larger area of water, then it was absolutely sharp and clear. So here again with the Pico 4, it's not clear over there. It looks blurry to me. Even the bucket looks a bit blurry to me. So yeah, I'm not quite sure. I mean, I can try to adjust my IPD again and see. And let me put it higher. See whether it makes a difference. Not really. It's a no. It really depends where I'm looking. Like now it's very blurry over there, but it's a bit clearer in front. So it just keeps changing. It just keeps changing for me. I have to put it back to 64. So now it's more blurry here, but it's more clearer over there. So yeah, on the HP Reverb G2 I don't have this issue with the IPD inside of it must be a compression thing, it must be a depth thing. In the HP Reverb G2 I don't have these issues. I just set my IPD once, boom, everything's clear, everything's fine. But with the Pico, using the USB-C 3.0 cable, I do have these issues of clarity and blurriness compared to when I'm inside of the game. So to me the Pico is just simply not really a headset to upgrade from the HP Reverb G2. I still think that if you want perfect PCVR, then either wait for the next headset to come out, which will probably be what's going to be the next headset, guys? What's the next headset coming out? The Apple headset? PSVR, right? PSVR is coming out as well. Apple's coming out with a headset, although we don't have any dates for Apple, so let's not count our chickens before they're hatched, as they say. Pimax is supposed to come out with another headset, right? Valve, are they coming out with another headset? We don't really know. They're supposed to, but we don't know. It's not confirmed. So, Oculus Quest 3 is coming out with a headset. When? We don't really know. That should be next year sometime. So, either wait 6 months or a year for the next perfect headset. Otherwise, get an HP Reverb G2 today before they stop production. Because apparently it is rumored that they are going to stop production, although we don't know. It's a rumor. I mean, no one's actually where did that rumor come from? We're not quite sure. Yeah, it is a rumor. We're not quite sure exactly, you know, if HP are actually going to stop production of the G2 or VR altogether, or whether, you know, whether they're going to come out with a G3, right? We don't know. So very interesting to know what's going to happen to HP, guys. Very interesting to know what's going to happen to HP. Can't remember how to open the door. Okay, so now, yeah. Oh.
3 magazines.
Come on, dude.
Nice shooting, Alyx.
Thanks. You know, for all your talk about what a lesser gun this thing isn't half bad.
Alright guys, so I'm actually getting a little bit of motion sickness because things are just not clear. So I'm going to stop now the game. I'm going to look at my phone, see what kind of comments you guys have put there, or if you have any questions of any kind, just put them down there. I'm going to look at my phone, and then we're going to go back inside of the HP, or we could do another game with the Pico 4. Let me know in the comment, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to go back to the HP Reverb G2, and then we can try, let's say, some Automobilista or Asta Corsa, or do you want me to stay inside of the Pico and do another game, which would be, you know, Asta Corsa, let's say, or Automobilista 2. Let me know in the comments below what you want me to do. Do you want me to do some Pico, or do you want me to do some HP Reverb G2? Let me know in the comments below. Alright, let me just exit of this. Exit and go back. There we go. And you can still see what I see. Alright, let me go to pass-through mode. There we go. Let me bring the chair back. Alright, let me look at my phone and see whether you want me to stay inside of... By the way, I can also go to... let me show you. Let me go back inside of... let me go back into VR. There we go. Let me bring everything back. So let me just stop the desktop. There we go. And then let me go to... let me go to... File Manager. No, let me go to my library again. There we go. And let me go to YouTube. And then I can see your comments inside of VR. Now that is very, very cool. So let me just find my channel. So it'll be VR Essentials. VR Essentials. There you go. And then let's go to here. And then there we go. Let's go to live. Let's go here. Okay. And then I can see your comments here. So let me know, guys. Do you want me to do Pico 4, or do you want me to do some HP Reverb G2? Please try Elite Dangerous Horizons with Pico 4. Okay. I'll have to put that on the next time because I don't actually have that in the headset at the moment. Okay. So Sour Pro, sorry, and Rudy Rizla Vedno, both welcome to the channel. By the way, Timmy G2 have 114 FOV. I don't think it's 114, right? I think it's less than that. I'll have to double check the exact number of FOV that they have. Give me a moment. HP Reverb G2 FOV. I don't think it's that. It's 98 degrees field of view, according to VR Compare. 98 degrees. Yeah. So 107 diagonal. Let me show you. Let me go into pass-through mode. There you go. Okay, there we go. So as you can see, and probably not very well, it's. Let me change. Let me show you the screen. There we go. Okay, so yeah, so oh, yeah, you can actually see the screen that I'm showing on the computer, right? Yeah, that's right. Okay. So yeah, so it's 98 horizontal, 90 vertical, and 107 diagonal. Hope that answers your question. Okay, RTN, welcome to the channel as well, by the way, and Daniel Kaz as well. Welcome to all of you. PSVR 2 will be your next headset ready player. Awesome. Daniel Kaz says I have 390. Hopefully I'll have a better experience when my Pico 4 arrives next week. Okay, cool. But I have to make it very clear, guys, that I didn't really notice these blurry things until I put my G2 straight afterwards, straight before the Pico 4. Okay, I just need to make this very clear. You know, when I take a pause, like a pause in between headsets, and I wait for a couple days, then basically what will happen is that you know, and I just put the Pico on, and that's it. I don't use the G2. You know, I don't use this one at all before the Pico 4. I don't really notice these differences. That's what I'm trying to tell you. But when I put the HP Reverb G2 on first, and then I put on the Pico 4, oh, the difference is night and day. That's basically what I was trying to explain. Okay, Half-Life Alyx reduces resolution if your graphics is not able to keep up resolution. Yes, that's true. RTN is saying there. So, but for me, you know, with the RTX 2070, I've never had any issues in terms of the graphics itself. It's been an amazing card. I'm very happy with this card. Honestly speaking, guys, I don't want to upgrade to a 3000 series or 4000 series because it's so expensive. And I'm just really happy with the 2070. Now, I know it's going to be a much better experience. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it won't be a better experience. I'm just saying that my level of comfort in VR right now with the RTX 2070 is perfectly fine. Like, I'm really happy with it. And you know, ignorance is bliss. So unless I was to try the RTX 4090, I won't know the difference, right? So I'm just saying that, you know, I'm happy for what I have at the moment in time. Okay, let me just go up and continue on the comments here. Virtual desktop. This Adrian Dimitrov. Hey, welcome to the channel. This will come a little later. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to do a video comparing the USB-C to virtual desktop. But guys, with virtual desktop, to be honest with you, when I'm not in the same room as a router, I have issues with it. There's a lot of latency, so I have to be in the same room as the router, otherwise I have issues. But that's just my own personal experience. Different people have different experience. How much maximum bitrate on Pico 4? I don't know. Actually, someone asked me before. I haven't actually found out what is the maximum bitrate on Pico 4 yet. I'll have to go and find out. Sorry about that. But thank you very much for your question, K-Paxian, and thank you for coming to the channel. Lamaland says, have you tried editing the .ini file to raise USB bitrate in the Pico Link? No, I haven't actually. That's a very good idea. Could try that. See if it works. I'll definitely put it on my to-do list. I think that's a great suggestion. Maybe it'll help. Who knows? Has anyone done that, guys? Please leave a comment below if it's worked, if it's made any differences for you guys in, you know, changing your .ini file. I have changed the .ini file for the controllers, however. For example, with Bone Labs, it doesn't work out of the box with the Pico 4. However, if you change the ini file from whatever it is to 0 or something, or 1, I can't remember the actual number, for the controllers, then it will work out of the box. So you do need to tweak that file. Okay, he says RTX says use VD 150. Okay, cool comments. Sound Pro Quest 3. Okay, so you're waiting for that, maybe, I don't know. I'm not quite sure whether... honestly, the only thing that bothers me about Quest 3 is the fact that, you know, why are they making it front heavy? Like, if they know that it's going to be, you know, not very safe for our neck and our back and these kind of things, why are they making them front heavy? Why can't they just make them safe? That's really what I want to know. Like, why doesn't Meta want to make its VR headsets safe? Why not? Why not just bump the price by $100 or $200 and make it safe? I would like to know that, because apparently it's not safe if it's front heavy. It's actually bad for your neck, and if you use it over time, over a period of years, let's say, then it could cause some damage. Not over maybe a week or 2 weeks, but over a number of hundreds of hours. Okay, so guys, please do leave a comment below. Let me know, do you want me to carry on with the Pico 4 and do some acetacorteza, or do you want me to change to the HP Reverb G2 now? Please leave a comment below and let me know. I'm just trying to see if there's any other cool comments I can highlight here and give a shout out. The bitrate on the Pico 4 is probably stuck around 150 to 200 Mbps out of the box. Our Pro, okay, I'll have to double check. I'll have to ask the Pico team. 2070 is very underpowered GPU for Pico 4 resolution. Well, maybe, as I said, I haven't tried the 380, so I can't compare it. But honestly speaking, with the HP Reverb G2, the 2070 is perfectly fine. So I don't see why it's super underpowered, for the Pico 4. It should give me good performance, right? But of course, a 3000 series will give better performance, for sure. I cannot argue with that. Elite Dangerous, please. I just said I don't have that game, guys. I'm so sorry I don't have it. Timmy, that's vertical right. I believe I answered that question already. Pico 4 is an amazing headset. I sold my Rift as it's a huge downgrade. Yeah, I mean, of course, if you compare it to the Rift, I mean, come on, guys. The Rift is like, how old now? 3 years old? 4 years old or something? So, of course, it's a big upgrade. But today we're not comparing it to the Rift. We are comparing it to the HP Reverb G2. And I'm sorry to say, guys, that for me, anyway, it is not an upgrade compared to the HP Reverb G2. The HP Reverb G2 to me is still king of PCVR. For VD, you can use a network cable with a USB-C Ethernet dongle. Yeah, I heard about that. I don't have that. But it's probably true. If you have something that you can plug into your room where your router's not there, then you can, do that. Then that's fine. I do have an Ethernet cable hooked up to my computer. But yeah, I don't have any dongles going from my router room to here. Antlion, it does work with the Pico, yes. I'm on the router provided by my ISP. Should I get one? A better one? Well, get Wi-Fi 6 if you can, because basically I'm on Wi-Fi 5. This could also be the issue. Billy Lung says sim racing only, which one is better? Well, for me personally, Assetto Corsa and Automobilista 2 are my two favorite ones. But other people have different tastes, I guess. So guys, let me know. I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to plug in the HP Reverb G2 again. I want to see the difference between the Pico 4 experience I just had just now, the blurriness inside of Half-Life Alyx, compared to the HP Reverb G2, and then I will plug in the Assetto Corsa, try that first, and then Automobilista 2 if I'm having some issues with AC. But you should not compare the Pico with inferior streaming software. That does not represent what it can do. Well, we're not doing that today, are we? We're actually using the USB-C cable plugged in to the actual computer, so we're not actually comparing streaming with the USB with the HP Reverb G2 today, right? However, I will do a comparison with Virtual Desktop and also the wireless streaming software of the Pico Neo 4, so that will be a fair comparison. Unreal Gaming, only thing I hate about G2 is the controllers. Yeah, me too. I mean, I don't hate the controllers, but they're definitely not user-friendly, yes. You do need the Mamut Grips, which I have. So it does make life more better. But throwing things with the HP Reverb G2, like bombs, grenades, and all that, definitely, just no, big no. Seems you're only considering graphical fidelity when you say G2 is better. Neglect FOV wireless capability. Well, Daniel Kaz, thank you very much for your comment. You make a good point there, but I have to say that now when you're adjusting, let me make this clear also. Let me show you. When you're adjusting the IPD, okay. Now the FOV on the don't know what happened just now. The FOV on the Pico 4, of course, is very good. Don't get me wrong. But when you adjust the IPD, unless your IPD is at 72, actually the field of view is narrowed. Because the lenses need to go down, need to align with your pupils. So when you bring down the IPD and you bring it even further down, let's say all the way to 50, 58, right? Then your field of view is reduced. So actually my field of view, to be very honest with you, at 64 mm, is actually feels more or less the same as my HP Reverb G2. Like it doesn't feel, like the differences are so minute that it doesn't make me feel like it's that much bigger, like that much better. It's not like having a Pimax on my head where, you know, and I haven't tried the Pimax, but I heard that the Pimax field of view is amazing. And I honestly have not felt that. Like between the Pico 4 and the HP Reverb G2 in terms of field of view, especially the vertical, you know, it I don't know, man, it just feels more or less the same. It just doesn't feel, yeah, it's better, but it doesn't feel like it's so much better. I think the biggest difference between the Pico 4 and the G2 for me will be the sweet spot that everybody talks about. The sweet spot on the Pico 4 is much larger, so you won't basically. I'm just trying to change camera. Basically, the sweet spot on the Pico 4, because it's pancake lenses, it's not Fresnel lenses, will be much larger. So you definitely won't have that issue in terms of trying to find that sweet spot in your lenses. But I don't have this issue with the G2. Personally speaking, I don't have this issue. Like I can put the headset on, and it will just fit perfectly on my head, and there's no so-called like blurry area. Unless I was to move my eyeballs to the left or the right, then yes, things will look blurry for sure. But generally speaking, when I'm in VR, I will move my head when I want to look left or right. I don't move my eyeball. So I don't really get that issue, is basically what I'm trying to explain. Does that make sense to you guys? I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the Pico 4. I'm just saying that compared to the HP Reverb G2, using the USB-C cable to the PCVR, until you try the HP Reverb G2, I think, or until I try a 3000 or 4000 series card, one of us is going to go, oh, okay, yeah, I get it. I see the differences. But if you're using an RTX 2070, then, you know, it is night and day the difference. All right, guys, let me take off the Pico now and then switch to the HP Reverb G2. Give me a moment. Alright, so guys, the first thing I need to do, as you know, is I actually need to remove the streaming software from Pico from my computer. Otherwise, my HP Reverb G2 is not going to... SteamVR is not going to be able to recognize the controllers from my HP Windows Mixed Reality software, because there is a script written in their code which prevents my HP Reverb G2 controllers to be picked up. So I need to uninstall it. There we go. And then when I use the Pico 4 afterwards, I will do a new install, and that's it. Okay, so it's gone, all good. All right, and then let me get rid of this. Don't need this anymore. There we go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in my HP Reverb G2 back inside of the computer. So one moment. Need to change this. So guys, the other thing is I now have to power on my Logitech G923 wheel software too. So that's going to take even more things on my computer. So hopefully I won't have any issues. Let's just try it and see what happens. Alright, so I just turned on the wheel, and also now I'm turning on the HP Reverb G2. So yeah, let's do this. Alright guys, so now we're inside of the HP Reverb G2. I'm going to change the microphone to the HP Reverb G2. Okay, there we go. Alright, so you guys should be able to hear me now. So the only thing annoying about these sim games for me, I can't remember which ones are which, but some of them you still need to use your mouse in order to be able to use it. So that's the only thing that's a little bit annoying. Okay, so let's power on something. Let's go into Steam VR first. Let me get the controllers. Where did I put the controllers earlier? Oh, here. Okay, so why does it look all weird? I feel like I'm not straight. That's weird. Okay, let me the headset feels very strange. Let me shut this down. On the VR headset, as you can see. There we go. Oh yes, now I feel like I'm straight inside. All good. Cool. So you guys can see what I see, right? Just want to double check. Yes, you see what I see. Okay, good. Awesome. Alright, so let's go into Steam. Alright, and as you can tell, because I'm sitting down, basically the floor is closer towards me, so that's what's going on right now. I may have to adjust the floor later, it's very possible, if it doesn't do it automatically for me. Okay, I believe that on Assetto Corsa I did set the buttons to centralize my view using the space bar. I think that's what I did. Alright, so Steam VR is now loading. I just already out of the bat, like from here, it just feels so much clearer. And it's funny because I have a different IPD on. Oh no, it's around the same. So 64.5. Yeah, around 64.2. Yeah, it just feels much better already. It's between 63 and 65, so I'm trying to get it. Yeah, but okay, this will be fine. Okay, so let's go to. Oh, did I not download AC? Yes, I did. It's here. Okay. Come here. Come. Okay, this can be tricky sometimes. Oh, and Cardcraft is an amazing game also, guys. Really recommend, if you have an RTX 380, 390 or 4000 series, then Cardcraft is going to be undoubtedly amazing for you. Does it need to update? Let me check on my computer what's going on. Okay, it's loaded on here. Let me go to main menu. Okay, let me go to. Sorry, one moment, guys. So what you see is different to what I see. Just want to check my Logitech. Okay, there we go. Okay, so drive. Options. Controls. Okay, it's already assigned, so everything should be good. Practice. Let's just do a little practice first. Okay. I only turned on one controller, guys. Yeah, just so you know. So that's why you could only see one controller there on the SteamVR thing. Okay, let me see if it loads inside. Okay, it does. It's just that I still have the return to game. Ah, okay. Let's see if I hit the space bar. I can't remember what button I used to. Let me check the button I used. I'm out. Okay, my wheel is on, but for some reason. Okay, yeah, it's working. Is it a spacebar? No, it's not a spacebar. Okay, so I'm just trying to find the button where I centralize my view. I know I used a button somewhere. I just can't remember which one. The buttons are not working. Okay, it's not the spacebar that I used. Yeah, let me just check which button I use to centralize my view. Otherwise, I'll just have to use a controller. Never mind. Okay, I'll just use the controller. Never mind. All right, so guys, here we go. Now, let me switch the view to the actual window. So now we're looking at the window from the HP Reverb G2. Just want to show you where's the button. Wait, give me a minute. Okay, so this is the Windows neutrality window. Okay, so whatever you see is what I see inside my headset. However, it is compressed to 1080p, so it's not going to be in HD, guys. Yeah, I just want to make this very, very, very clear. All right, let me put away my phone. All right, now I'm not an expert driver, guys. Yeah, I'm just an amateur. I'm using the G923 Logitech. Oh my god. Okay, I just had my Logitech wire. I think the tape came off, so sorry, give me a minute. Okay, sorry, one moment, guys. The wire. Let me just change the camera. Alright, we're back inside. Let me just check that you can see what I see. The Quest Pro might be the king of PCVR. Well, maybe, who knows. But it is a 1500 headset though. I don't see an 8KX, so the king of PCVR isn't in the building. Love your comment, Joshua Son. Thank you very much for coming to the channel. Can I please have an 8KX Pimax? Can you guys send me the Pimax? That would be fantastic, and then I could actually, you know, give you some reviews on that, because I haven't actually tried the Pimax. But I can tell you right now, off the bat, that you know, okay, you can see the screen where I'm at. Okay, yeah, I can tell you that right away. The difference between the Pico 4 is just night and day. Like it is night and day. Like it's clear. It is super clear. There's no. It just. Oh, sorry guys. It just doesn't feel blurry whatsoever. So. Alright, so I'm just getting used to it. Now the G923 is very responsive. I'm not saying it's the best wheel, the best racing wheel, obviously. Yeah, it really feels it just feels very clear. It feels like let me just stop for a minute, because I know if the sound is too loud, please let me know, guys, if I need to turn the sound down. Can you guys let me know in the comments below? That'll be really helpful. But basically, what can I tell you? Now, my graphics are already set to pretty much high. You know, obviously if you're going to use an RTX 3000 series or 4000 series, you're going to have an even better performance. You know, but for me the graphics are super sharp, super clear. I can read absolutely everything, even the teeny little text where it says FL tire. I can see it all the way from here. I mean, it is that clear. The only thing that I would say would need improvement, and this is where you'll have this bump in graphics with your 3000 or 4000 series, and please stop showing off, haha, would be the power lines. Now the power lines are quite jagged, they're not clear, that's for sure, but everything else is, you know, like the spectators look very clear, the grille in front of the spectators looks very clear, there's no jagged edges in the grass, you know, it's just everything looks absolutely fine, you know, it looks absolutely good. My eyes don't feel like they're straining, and I just don't feel like I'm having a headache, you know. And it doesn't feel, it just feels sharp, like everything just feels very, very sharp. But when I put the Pico 4 on straight after the HP Reverb G2, I do sense that blurriness, you know. But if I don't put the G2 on for several days, as I mentioned, and I just put the Pico 4 on, then I don't notice it. That's basically what I'm trying to tell you. So you really need to compare and contrast different VR headsets within 5 minutes or half an hour or you know, an hour of each other, and then you will notice all these differences. If you leave it a few days or a week, and then you put one or the other headset in between, then you will maybe not so much, you know, notice. Your brain will not pick up on all these different things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to... I'll try to power a race. So let me go to... Let me exit. Let me see if I can exit. I know I can exit. I can't remember the button to exit. No, it's not this one. Okay, let me just use my mouse. Okay. Okay, exit. Where's the button to exit? Exit, where are you? I can't remember. So it says loading on my screen, as you guys can see. So I think it's not loading. Let me just exit the game itself. I think that'll be the easiest thing to do. Oh, maybe I have to go here. Yeah, it's because I have to go here. Okay. Okay, so restart, replay. No. Let's exit the session. There we go. Oh, we exited the game. Okay, never mind. So we're going back to SteamVR Home. Even this part, you know, this little section and SteamVR Home just feels so much more clear. Let's go back to Assetto Corsa very quickly. Let's launch it, and then I'll launch like a race or something. Okay, let's go to... let's go to race. There we go. Race. Quick race. Alright, so it's loading inside the on the screen, but I'm still in SteamVR inside of my headset, so hopefully it will load it. It will load it. Excuse me. Okay, yeah, we're in VR now, so all good. So I'm just going to recenter, because I forgot what button I used to recenter. Okay, there we go. We're in. So let's go to drive. There we go. Oh, is that automatic? Oh, it's automatic. Woo! I obviously need to set up the car properly. I'm not a professional driver, guys, yeah. Cheeky bugger. just want to make sure that you guys can actually see what I see. So I forgot to check that. Yes, you can. Okay, good. And I'm just going to go back to the screen of the actual Windows Mixed Reality screen. Okay, let me just go back to that screen. There we go. And let me just get rid of this. There we go. So this is the Windows Mixed Reality screen, guys, yeah? So you see. There you go. Alright, let me wait. Oh, they're behind me, okay. Oh. Penalty, maybe? End of the race, maybe? Session over, okay. Let me just change the screen. There we go. Alright, so going to restart. Use this. What's happening? Is this a race or is this just a change in graphics? Or is this a replay? I'm not quite sure. Not quite sure. Looks like I'm far away from the camera, from the car. Alright, so different camera, so never mind, all good. I mean, the graphics just look super sweet to me, to be honest. Sorry, mate. Yeah, everything looks really sharp, really sweet, really good. Just looks absolutely fantastic, really amazing. So yeah, so just really good, really sweet. Just looks really sweet.
But with your help and with your likes, your shares,
you would definitely do it. But if you don't, then that's when you won't be seeing the difference. But now let's see the difference. I'll give it to show you the difference between what you can see so now I'm plugging. Sorry guys, so what I was just saying just now was I didn't realize that the G2 was so far away. What I was trying to say to Salvatore was that, well, if you have a 3000 or 4000 series and you have the latest CPU, then everything will, be just fine, I think. And also the differences really are when you put on a better headset and then straight away you put the Pico 4, that's when you really will see the differences. Like you'll really be able to go, oh, what did I do, or what did I buy, or this actually isn't the right headset for me for this specific purpose. But that's only really if you want the best of the best of the best, right? But as I mentioned before, if you haven't tried other headsets like right away, like straight away, and then you put the Pico 4 on, normally you should be okay. You'll be fine. And I think you'll be perfectly happy. Unless, as I mentioned, you want the best of the best, then obviously it's not there, right? There will be some compromises to be made. But let me put on the Pico 4 now and run Assetto Corsa so you can actually see the differences between both headsets. And I will also do another casting from the headset to the web browser so you can actually see what I see, and it's not the actual graphics coming from the actual game. So let me do that right away. So what I also need to do now is I actually need to again reinstall the Pico software, because I had to remove it in order for the G2 for SteamVR to find the actual controllers of the HP Reverb G2, since there's a script inside of the streaming software for Pico that makes it impossible to use the HP Reverb G2. Unfortunately, if you have the Pico streaming software installed in your actual software. So let me show you what I'm doing now. I'm just closing this, and then I'm going to close Windows Mixed Reality, although that's done already. Okay, I'm closing SteamVR and Steam also, and then now I'm going to go to the streaming software which I downloaded earlier, and I'm going to reinstall it. So I just click here, and you just go to the website to install it. It's very easy. Okay, accept the agreement. Yes, 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 install. Okay, and then just let the install happen on its own. It will have even a green bar all the way at the end, and then you'll feel like it's stuck or something. Just leave it to its thing. So, but the second time around, it seems that it's much faster to install it. So now it's installed. We're all good. So all we have to do is launch it. So there we go, streaming assistant. Yes, and then it will, go through all the motions to find all your different things. Complete. Okay, and then you click on USB, which will be this one. Tells you it has to be USB 3.0. So click on next. There we go. And then it says to go into the headset to see what's going on. So let me do that. So now I'm going to actually cast what I see on in the headset. So as you can see on the screen, it's asking me to cast, but I don't see a pop-up inside of the actual headset. So hasn't casted screencast 192. Yeah, but I don't have a pop-up. Okay, cast a browser. 192.168.10.52. Maybe I have to stop casting. Screencast. It doesn't have a stop casting function. Custom mobile. So as you can tell, guys, the headset thinks I'm already casting, so I need to restart the headset. Alright, so I'm just restarting the headset so I can redo the casting. And the reason why I want to cast to the web browser is so that you can actually see what I see inside of the headset and not the graphics from the actual game itself. That's really why I want to be casting, so you can see true definition of the graphics compared to what I actually see inside as well. Alright guys, all good. So now you'll see what I see. Alright, so since I can't cast my mic, I'm going to put my headphones on and the mic back on also. Alright guys, so we're all set up nicely. Let me transition over. There you go. And then now you should see what I see inside of the headset also. Alright. So let me just go to library very quickly. Let me go to the Pico browser. Guys, if you want to find me, by the way, on Pico and you want to add me as a friend, just look for Lazius002. Look for Lazius002, guys, and add me as a friend. As you can see, some friends added me here. We've got Ready Player Rick. Hey, dude, thank you so much for adding me as a friend. Very cool, man. Scottish Gamer VR also, thank you very much for adding me as a friend. And Mixed Reality TV, Sebastian Ang, thank you so much also for adding me as a friend. You guys are amazing. So please add me as a friend, Lazius002, this one here, Lazius002. Add me as a friend, and we can chat. Okay, so Pico browser, actually, sorry, YouTube, there we go. And guys, we do have a Pico 4 group also on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, just look for Pico XR FB community on Facebook, and you will find me there. Okay. So what did I want to do? I can't remember. Oh yes, wanted to see your questions first. So let me look for VR Essentials. VR Essentials. Okay, there we go. So let me look at your questions, guys, very quickly. There we go. Alyx HAVR says cable remains a cable. We are unfortunate, still years away that wireless is good. I don't know if we're years away, but yeah, we're probably a few years away. You're probably right on that one. Hi, Somewhat says, is there a server farm? Can't hear anything. Could you expand on your question? That would be really, really good. So I'm trying to understand your question. Can't hear anything. What do you mean by that? Can you hear me now? You should be able to hear me now. Bad news for me. Okay, we talked about that. All right, guys. So let me just close this now. Sorry. Let me just close. Let me just get out of here. There we go. Close that, and then let's go to the actual. Where are you? My library streaming assistant again. Where is it? Here. And then continue. There we go. So now SteamVR is going to load. As you can see, we can see my controllers and everything. All good there. As you can tell already, there's a bit of compression. Okay. So I'm just saying that already it looks a bit blurry for me. Already from here, from this screen, compared to the HP Reverb G2. Okay. So let me load the games. Let's go to Acid Accorda. There we go. Boom. Return to game. Okay, there we go. So now you can actually see the full screen. I'm just going to go to the game first because I need to load the main menu. I'm going to go to Drive. This one. I'm going to get to Quick Race. This is a mod I downloaded, by the way, guys. There is a video on the website, on the YouTube, the VR Essentials YouTube channel. So do go and look for that video to download the mods and stuff for the cars. Okay, I don't need this. I will need it, but for the resizing, recentering of the car. Okay, let's do a quick race, and I'll show you the. Let's do a practice, and let's talk about the graphics first in terms of the differences, and then I'll do a quick race after that. Okay, let's go in, and then I need this controller. Okay, so it's loading. We're inside. Okay. Let me use the other controller. I think it's the left one. Yeah, left controller. There we go. Look straight. Boom. I'm in. Okay, good. Alright, so let me just make sure that I go to the browsing. There we go. So now we're inside of the actual browser, yeah? Which is what you actually see, what I see. Okay, I guess you guys can see what I said. Just want to double check very quickly because my phone's gone dead and I just want to make sure you see what I see. So yes, exit and continue. Let's see this play. Okay, yes, you can see what I can see. Could you hear me? Yes, you could hear. Okay, great. And get rid of that. So we have 20% guys, by the way. When we started it was 51%, now it's 20%, but it's been a few hours, almost 3 hours already. So as you can see the battery does go down, but it doesn't go down by much, so it's all good. Okay, so let me go back to my library, streaming assistant, not really. There we go, continue. Alright, we're back in the car, all good. I just need to reset my position again because I'm very, very short to the ground. Okay, much, much better. Alright, let's start and let's talk about the graphics. Oh, change again, and then take the mouse and start driving. There we go. Alright, and then I can change the graphics. Back to the browser again. There we go. So guys, let's just stop here first of all so you can see the So let's just talk about the graphics right now. Like you can see the differences in night and day between the HP Reverb G2 and the Pico 4. Okay, first of all, the letters where it says Red Bull Mobile, I can't read it. Like I know it's that, I know that's what it is, and my brain is telling me that's what it is, but I can't read it. And then the image next to it, I can't read it either. It's clearly compressed. Now the actual thing over there, the power lines, they were already kind of like flickering, you know, jagged edges and stuff with the G2, but here I can't even really tell they're lines. Like it's just dots that are flickering. There's actually jagged stuff going on to me, what I see anyway, a little bit of the grill in front of the actual spectators. I can't tell that there's a grill. I can only tell like the image is kind of like moving a bit. It's not clear. It's just not clear that there's a grill in front of the spectators. And the spectators themselves and the trees at the back, to me, in the headset, look blurry. They're not sharp. The grass is not sharp also, and the barriers, the grey barriers on the grass over there also are not sharp. Now the other thing is that the actual wire, I don't know if you noticed, let me change camera. The wire is located on the right hand side, but my computer is located on my left hand side, which means you really do need to make sure that you put your wire at the back of your headset in a way that will not get in the way, because otherwise you will feel your wire, and when you're turning your head, it can get a little bit cumbersome. So do take note to make sure that you get something to put the wire around your headset so it's not floating on your back or something. Because with the G2, I have that set up, but with the Pico, I don't. And if you don't have your wire set up properly on your headset, it's definitely going to break the immersion for you. Just FYI, so just a little tip there. And then finally, yeah, so it definitely feels more compressed. Now the letters in front of me, I told you earlier that with the G2 from here, I could actually read the tiny letters here in terms of the FL tire. Here I have to go really, really close, and I still can't. I can tell what it is here, but the moment I go here, it's already blurry. So the compression is night and day. But if you don't wear the HP Reverb G2 straight away out of the box, okay, and then you put the Pico 4 5 minutes later, you will not really notice these things. You get me? It's not really going to get in the way. But if you have an HP Reverb G2 already, or a headset that comes close to the G2, like for example an HTC Vive Pro 2, then, you know, as far as I'm concerned, the Pico 4 is not an upgrade for PCVR sims or PCVR in general, but it is good enough for those who want the standalone playing for sure. You know, just get into VR, get used to VR, doing some VR fitness, doing some VR games with your friends, your family, your kids, you know, your brother, your sister, your mother, your father, whatever, or your colleagues at work. Yes, it's really, really good fun. But if you're really serious and you want the best of the best graphics and you really want the best immersion, then I'm sorry to say, but the Pico 4 is definitely not there yet when it comes to PC VR. All right, let me exit of this and let me do a race. Okay, let me go back to, let me just change camera so you don't get a headache. And then let me go to the game. There we go. Exit. How do I exit? Can't remember how you exit. Oh man, trying to exit, it's really, really hard to exit the game. It says loading. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to exit the game, but unfortunately I'm having some issues. Can't exit. Alright, let me just close the game altogether. Alright, there we go, closed. Much better. Let me change camera again. There we go. So we're back inside of home. Okay, and then let me pick now. Already in the Steam VR Home, you can tell there's differences. It's blurry. Okay, it's not the same as HP Reverb G2. The letters are launch, cosa. It's not clear. Okay, so it's launching again. All right, let me go back here. Return to game. Okay, good. All right, we're back in the game. Let me go to a race. Let me just make sure I change the camera. Boom. Let me go to OBS. Okay, yes, we changed, so all good. Let me go to race. Quick race. There we go. And then let me just click on start. There we go. Start. Okay, it's starting. We're all good. Yeah, I'm gonna need this because I need my mouse first, and then we can see what it's like to actually race, you know, with other people using the Pico. It says loading, so still loading. In the headset, it's still loading too. There we go, we're in. Am I seating properly? No, I'm not. So let me just change that first. I need to use the left controller. There we go, we're in the cockpit. Okay. So you can definitely tell there's already a lot more compression. So yeah. So guys, let me just do that. So guys, I think it's been a long stream tonight already. Let me just turn off the power off the Pico 4. Let me just take off the headphone. Yeah, so guys, it's been quite a. Let me just do something quickly. Let me go let me just make sure you guys can hear me and you're watching the Pico. Okay, so let me click on this. There we go. Excellent. All right, cool. And then I can read all your comments and stuff because my phone's gone to sleep, so I can't really hear what you guys talking about. Many people willing to trade fidelity for the freedom of wireless. Yes, that's right. Exactly, Daniel. Thank you very much for your comment there. Can you guys hear me properly? Alright, cool. And then I can read all your comments and stuff because my phone's gone to sleep. Seems that so I can't really it's not very loud on the stream. Can you guys hear me? Many people willing to trade fidelity for the freedom of wireless. Yes, that's okay. So I think I have to turn off on the PC and then you can actually hear me. Okay, and then I have this one. Okay, cool. So yeah, so basically, let me just get rid of this. Sorry, I have something that popped up on my screen. I need to get rid of it. And then SteamVR as well. I need to get rid of that. Exit VR. Yes. Okay. For some reason, Corsa is not deleting. Okay. And then, sorry, I'm just trying to exit SteamVR as well. Okay, I'm back. Okay, there we go. So basically, okay, yeah, I'm back. All right, good. Now I can read your comments. Let me just put them side by side with my stream. So I can, there we go. Let me just bring that here. Close this, close that, close. Yes. All right. All good. So, what about Pico 3 Link? Is it worth for PCVR? So Delkin, thank you very much for your comment and your question. Personally, personally, no, I don't think so. Because the only reason is because the lenses are Fresnel lenses, and to me, with the Pico Neo 3 Link, everything inside just seems, how can I put it? Amplified, augmented. Like the sizes feel larger than what they're supposed to be by 1.3 or something. Just not by much, by a little bit. It just feels more rounded, more bigger. Like for example, characters look taller. A car wheel will feel larger than what it's supposed to be. You know, those kind of things. So to me, the Pico Neo 3 Link is not something that, like, the moment I went to the Pico 4, I was super happy that I went to the Pico 4. Like, to me, that was already an upgrade. So I wouldn't go down back to the Pico Neo 3 Link for sure. So, in fact, I just, you know, I gave the Pico Neo 3 Link away. I don't have it anymore. So now I just have the Pico 4 and I stick with that. But for my PCVR experiences, personally speaking, I would definitely advise an HP Reverb G2. Or perhaps even an HTC Vive Pro 2, but it costs much more. Or Pimax is possible. Although I don't have the Pimax, so I can't comment. I have been told the HTC Vive Pro 2 is an easier beast to handle. There are less problems, but you know, I don't know. But for the HP Reverb G2, it's been really, really good for me. I've never looked back since. Like, I honestly have never looked back since. Cable remains a cable. Yes, we spoke about that. Audio's too loud. Okay. Oh, sorry about that. Hope it's okay now. Okay. Is the mic audio okay, guys? Can you guys hear okay? Then I'm going to restart now Windows Mixed Reality. Let's do this. Okay, yeah, that's good. Yeah. So guys, that's really that's really it. What can I tell you? If you want to see some side-by-side stuff or more HP Reverb G2 and Pico 4 stuff, just scroll back in the video, and I'll try to put some timestamps, although it might be a bit difficult because it's a 3-hour video. I don't really have time to rewatch a 3-hour video, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, that's what it is. At the end of the day, if I was to summarize today's experience, unless I put the HP Reverb G2 first and then I put the Pico 4 on, then for sure I won't really notice it. I'll be fine with it. But if I played with the G2 and then I put the Pico 4 on, I'm sorry, I can't do it. I can't. I literally will get motion. Like, I had motion sickness earlier already in Half-Life Alyx, so I can't do it. Can't do it. If I have an HP Reverb G2, I would not purchase the Pico 4 for my PCVR experiences. But if I'm first timer in PCVR, first timer in VR, and I want the standalone experience plus some PCVR experience, but I don't really care about having the best of the best. And also, as I mentioned, it's possible that with the 3000 series and 4000 series, you may get, of course, a better experience. I wouldn't say it'll be a super better experience, but perhaps you'll get a 10% or 15% better experience. Then there you go, you'll be perfectly happy, right? But if you own already an HTC Vive Pro 2 or an HP Reverb G2, don't buy the Pico 4 for your PCVR experiences. You're simply going to be disappointed, and you may feel that you wasted your money because you didn't want to buy for the VR fitness. You did not want to buy for the standalone purpose. You wanted to buy for your sims, your car sims, your flight sims. Then you'll definitely be disappointed. So don't buy it. That's totally my honesty. I mean, come on, guys. I worked at Pico. I can't be more honest and unbiased than that, right? But I am saying that if you don't have the G2, or you're not a real PCVR owner or something, and it's not really important to you, then get it. But don't get it because you're looking to upgrade, is my point. Yeah. The Pico Neo 3 Link is much better than the Quest 2 with link cable. Possible. I don't know. I can't comment on Quest 2. I don't have one. I've never tried it. I've never tried it. I still have not put my face in a Quest 2 mold. Proud of it. And we've done just fine. We managed to grow the channel just fine. Maybe not as fast as we could have, though, but yeah. But that's good to know. Thank you very much for sharing that, Alyx. Really appreciate it. And I'm sure the others will also appreciate that you shared that. Can you try DCS? Thank you very much for your question, Desalmatus. I don't have DCS. I think I would rather try DCS if I have the DAS controllers, because without the DAS it's a little bit difficult in VR with the keyboard and stuff. So if I can get a sponsor, like Logitech sponsored me the wheel. They send me this. So I didn't have the money to buy this. Like, honestly, we're YouTubers. We have a full-time job, but our job doesn't pay us millions. We have other things to pay for first. So YouTube is more of a passion project, right? Not so much a pay the bills project. So, Logitech were very kind to send me this, and I've been very happy. I haven't looked back. Like, I honestly don't need another wheel. I'm sure there are plenty better wheels. I'm sure it's not the best one. I'm sure. But you know what? It's what I got, and it does a perfect job for what I need. So, actually, if I had the money to buy this, I would buy it, because it does fine for me. But I'm sure there are better wheels out there. I'm sure of it. I'm not a professional wheel expert. I'm just saying that this is fine. So if I can find, a sponsor to sponsor me the DAS, then I think I would do DCS then. I think until then, might be a little difficult. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, cable remains. Yes, okay. I think that's it for today, guys. So unless you have more questions, thank you very much for watching today's video. Really appreciate it. Please hit the like so more people get to see the stream. Reshare the stream, reshare the stream with other people. Remember, if you have an HP Reverb G2 or potentially another headset, make sure to delete your Pico streaming software. Otherwise, if you have the Pico 4 as well on the same computer, because otherwise your controllers, SteamVR will not recognize them. So yeah, alright guys, we'll take it easy. Thank you so much, really appreciate it. Please reshare, please like, and also hit the notification bell after you subscribe, as more videos are coming, and then you'll be one of the first people to be notified when these videos actually will come out. Alright guys, take it easy. See you next time. Thank you very much for coming to today's stream. I'll see you next weekend and in another video very soon. Bye for now.